Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome back to the channel. It has been a while. I've been very busy with a lot of things, and I'm not going to go into great detail to bore everyone about it. But I am back, and obviously, I had to talk about one of the biggest film releases of last year. Obviously, it's just come out on Blu-ray, DVD, everything like that. There it is, Spider-Man No Way Home, and as you can see, I've got the trilogy up there as well. Um, so, I will be going into spoilers a little bit later on, just so everyone knows. Um, no Way Home kicks off literally as Far From Home ends, um, to the point where the even jumps back just a little bit. You actually get to hear him say, "What the again, like he did at the end of Far From Home." So everyone knows Peter Parker is Spider-Man, and he has to try and figure out a way to rectify his life. Um, Aunt May's life is going to hell. Happy's life is going to hell. His friends' lives are going to hell since everyone has found out that he is Spider-Man. Um, what can he do? And obviously, the one person that he can turn to is Doctor Strange, um, to cast a spell to make sure that everyone forgets that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. And this, I make no secret about the fact that Homecoming, Far From Home, yeah, they're not. For me, they're not really Spider-Man films. They focus too much on um, Peter Parker having a essentially a tech suit, the Iron Spider suit, which I wasn't a massive fan of in the comics. I much prefer the classic red and blue everyday we'll call it Spider-Man. And so with the fact there was so much focus on that, so much focus on him with technology, for me it didn't feel like a Spider-Man film. And although there is his Iron Spider suit in this film, it feels more like a Spider-Man film than the past two. Um, you have elements of that kind of the Parker luck where everything he tries to do just ends up backfiring on him. He is a selfless character. He is one of those characters that will do whatever he can to make sure the lives of the people around him go better than they should be. He is one to sacrifice things for other people. That is what makes Peter Parker a hero, and that is the kind of hero that he is. He doesn't do things flashy. He doesn't have money. He doesn't have the super strength of a soldier like Captain America. He, he is your everyday kid from Queens that will just try his best to do whatever he can to make his little part of New York that little bit safer and that little bit better. Um, and obviously things go wrong for him, and you see this in so much in the comics. Like I say, it's called like the Parker luck, where he tries and tries and tries and tries his best, but things just don't work out for him. And you had elements of that in the Tobey Maguire films. Not so much the Andrew Garfield, but that's a completely different entity. Andrew Garfield for me was a great Spider-Man. As a Peter Parker, he was just far too cool. Tom Holland seems okay, but the way I've said it is he's only had one good Spider-Man film, and that's this one. This is a Spider-Man film through and through. Not the best Spider-Man film, I have to say that, but it's definitely the best live action. I still do think that Into the Spider-Verse is a almost perfect Spider-Man film. I really do. But let's get on with this. Obviously, you've got Doc Ock coming back. You've got Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin coming back. You've got Sandman. Name slips my mind. Jamie Foxx as Electro. There's so much going on in this film, and you need that runtime of 2.5 to 2 3/4 hours. It doesn't feel like that. It really doesn't. I watched it for the second time last night, and it flies by. It really does. This is the best live action Spider-Man. It's so well written, and it's so well acted that it just makes you smile pretty much the entire way through. Now, I'm going to get into some spoilers, so just to let you guys know. Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so, let's face it. I think everyone was in the same boat. We all wanted to see Toby back. And seeing Toby back was fantastic. He just hasn't missed a beat being Spider-Man and Peter Parker. He was so good. But honestly, the person that completely stole the show was Andrew Garfield. From the moment you see him in the portal, I remember in the cinema, the portal opens and I went, that's Andrew Garfield. And he comes in, he takes off his mask, and it's Andrew Garfield, and he's like, yes, yes. He was fantastic. He was absolutely unbelievable. It was. It felt. It didn't feel like it was just a sort of another paycheck for him or anything like that. It wasn't one of those performances where he just reined it in because, yeah, he's Spider-Man for one last time. Yeah, why not? No, some of the things that he was saying, it was just gut-wrenching. It really was, and he really got you. Where he's saying that after Gwen died, he stopped pulling his punches. He just didn't care anymore. You see the kind of the tear in his eyes as he starts to clam up a little bit. And God, I was sat there going, I want to see that film. I want to see that film where Spider-Man doesn't hold back. That grief takes over him and he just doesn't care anymore. What an incredible film that could be. What is going to pull him back from that? And yeah, like I said, he just, without a doubt for me, he stole the show. He was absolutely amazing. And like I said, the writing throughout this film was just impeccable. It was calling back to things like the Amazing Spider-Man film. You know, keep calling Andrew Garfield amazing. You're amazing. You're amazing. The fact that you've got the Tobey Maguire still has the bad back from when he fell in Spider-Man 2. It was just, yeah, it was so good. But I think my favourite moment of the entire film, there's a moment towards the end where all three are swinging around the Statue of Liberty, and at one point they web each other's webs to kind of fling them all around. Yeah. Like I said, the writing in this was just perfect. It really was. John Watts did an amazing job. The fact they've got everyone back for this. So yeah, realistically, although it caps off this trilogy, you need to see more than these two to fully get it. And I think everyone that's here now, everyone that's watching, everyone that's even seen the film, I think gets that. That this was one of those kind of capping moments that just nicely rounded off everything. And it was just perfect to see. But that's my thoughts on it. I'd love to know what you guys think of it. Let me know in the comments down below. And as always, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe because it really, really does help me out. And I'll see you all in the next video.